What's up, y'all? I know this isn't the normal content you guys are used to, and I apologize to those that don't want to see anything but what I've been doing. But this video is my newest hobby and the thing that I'm really interested in, which is drones and FPV drone flying. And this is going to be a video about the most efficient way to jump into this hobby head first. Notice I didn't say the cheapest way, because none of this is the cheapest way. This is, to me, the most efficient way. And what that means to me is that I'm not going to buy anything. I'm not going to have to upgrade anything in the future. I'm buying exactly what I think is the best and what will get me into this hobby with the minimum expense to have the best things that don't need to be upgraded for a long time. Of course, I'm going to end up adding to this collection with some other drones. I'm pretty sure I already have a couple I've seen. I haven't even flown these yet, but I have a couple I've seen that I'm leaning towards rounding out my collection here. But the point is, this is my buy-in here for this FPV drone hobby, as well as a camera and video drone, which is the DJI Mini 3 Pro, which I did a video before on this, why I bought that one. But it's kind of a separate category, but it's in this whole deal. This completes an entire category for me as far as camera and video drones. But it's separate from this new hobby, which is the FPV flying drones. So I had to do a lot of research to know exactly what I wanted to buy and what went together for this hobby. The first thing, well, it kind of all works together, but obviously I wanted to go digital because that's basically the way to go when it comes to having a good picture that you're flying off of, your first person view. I wanted the best view possible, so digital is the best way to do that, as well as penetration, distance, signal. All those things are the best with the DJI goggles at this point. There's other HD formats that are coming out, but this is still the leader of the pack by far. There's a few different models of DJI, and I'll talk about why I chose that one later. But either way, the point is digital on the goggles, and there's a few different prevalent radio protocols, and I'll tell you which ones I picked and why. But this is basically all I need to get going in this hobby. As soon as I get everything binded, I can go out and fly them tonight, which I'm not going to because the sun's going down, but I'm going to bind them tonight and get them all ready to go and set up the profiles in my radio receiver here. But the reason I bought these things and how I went about buying my inventory here. First things first, obviously digital for the goggles. I bought the goggles, and these are separate from kind of the other things that go together, but I have to match the goggles. This is the DJI goggles V2, which is the DJI goggles, the newest DJI goggles that work with all these other protocols. The newest ones, the DJI goggles 2, don't exactly work with the rest of these protocols, the Cadex Vista and whatnot, which this does at this point. But also, it's got a few other reasons why I bought that one, but I'll get back to that in a second. The first thing I bought of all this entire section of drones here, I bought that first, but the first FPV item I bought was this. This is my radio controller here, RC remote radio master. This is the Mark II, and this is the upgraded one with the Hall AG01 gimbals. So this is an expensive remote control, but it is one that I'm never going to have to upgrade. I bought the model. There's like 20 different variants of this radio. The Mark II is basically the newest version of the Radiomaster TX16S. The AG01 gimbals are the best upgrade for the gimbals, and the one that I got is the Express LRS, the ELRS version. So it has ELRS, which is a radio protocol inside of it, and I also bought a TBS Crossfire module to put on the back bay there. So this radio is going to have ELRS and Crossfire, which are basically the two most prevalent radio protocols and most capable radio protocols for FPV drones. And the reason they're the most prevalent is because they're the most capable. They both have the best range and penetration, and basically they don't fail like other protocols do, or as easily as other protocols. There's a slight difference between the two of them. The TBS Crossfire it's a kind of a proprietary type technology. So this TBS, they make it and they control it, and they sell the modules for it. The ELRS is a kind of an open protocol where anybody can make it, anybody can control it, anybody can add to it or take away from it. So it's two different separate things. This is more like Android. The ELRS is more like Android, and the Crossfire is more like iPhone. But either way, the point is both of them work really well. They're both really strong, really capable, have great range and great penetration. The one maybe advantage of ELRS is that you can buy. It has more channels, so more drones can fly in the same area with Express LRS than with Crossfire. Crossfire has fewer channels, so there might be a lot more problems with getting things cross channels and things like that with the Crossfire than there is with ELRS. But either way, that's not really matter because I'm going to be flying by myself. But the point is, that's the most capable radio I can buy at this point, is with the Express LRS internal in the TX16S and the Crossfire in the bay back there. So I have those two radio protocols I can choose from when choosing a drone. And when I came to choosing a drone, now that I have the DJI goggles, so I'm doing digital for my goggles, and I'm doing either TBS Crossfire or Express LRS for my radio protocol. So that means I have to buy these drones to fit those protocols. So, and Gep RC, so there's a few different drone companies, but the two top ones that I like are from my research at least, are Gep RC, and the other one is the iFlight. So iFlight has a Nazgul, which is basically the industry kind of leader of this 5-inch freestyle quad, and this is a direct competitor with that drone. And this is a Cinelog drone, which is the more of a flying along, taking video type Cinewhoop deal. And there's other competitors for each make out there, but I like Gep RC from everything I've read and researched. I think these are some of the most capable quads there are. So I decided to order them both from the same company, save on shipping, and basically have kind of things that work together here. But I bought these, and the version of this I needed to buy because I have this radio and this headset. I have to buy the CATX Vista or the DJI Air Unit. There's the other one that works for this, as well as the Nebula. Either way, there's a few different cameras that'll work with these goggles. These are both CATX Vista cameras. So they both transmit to the DJI goggles digital signal, and they're supposed to be awesome. So this makes the drones more expensive with this camera on there, obviously, than just an analog camera or whatever. But it's well worth it. From everything I've read and researched, is that you basically need to go digital. It's just worth it in every way. So on these drones, I had two radio protocols to choose from, the Crossfire and the ELRS. I went Crossfire on both of them, just to make it simple on myself. If I might have done one and the other, just so I didn't have to. I'm not sure how the binding is going to go between the two radios. I'm pretty sure I can set up a single protocol in each of these and just turn this on when it's ready and bind it and make it easy that way, but I'll have to see that as I go. But the point is, I used Crossfire on both of them, so I can just set up that protocol and get used to doing it that way. But that's where I went with the radio protocol and the video protocol. But the whole purpose of the video is to show why I bought these things the way they are and why I won't have to upgrade them. Basically, this is the best radio. I've already been the best radio that in my range. There's radios that are out there that are like $1,000, which that was not even close to happening. But this radio is going to keep me happy for a long time. And it's with ELRS and Crossfire both in it, it should be versatile enough to fly anything that I'm going to buy. As long as I know what to buy that goes with it, I'll be fine. Same thing with the DJI goggles. There's all kinds of new goggles coming out, technology, whatever, here and there, but I think these are going to last a while. If not, obviously I can upgrade the goggles, but at this point, these things work together. and they're going to work fine together. And as long as I buy a drone that's in these protocols together, it'll work with these things I've already bought. So this investment is going to work for any other drone I buy as long as I buy the matching protocols. But either way, what I did here was I tried to buy something that covers every way of flying. So obviously there's a camera drone over there, which is just flying around taking pictures, videos, whatever you want to do. It's not FPV. It's, it controls itself. It doesn't really fly in manual mode a whole lot. It flies in angle mode, which is it keeps itself stable, and you have to really work hard if you want to try and wreck that thing. These over here fly in a few different modes: angle mode, freestyle mode, and these are easy to wreck actually, because they don't have all the protections and obstacle avoidance, all the other stuff this one over there has. But these are, these aren't exactly beginner drones, but they're not exactly not beginner drones. These are what I'm going to start with. After, obviously, I've been flying. One thing I didn't mention that I bought that is one of the most important things of this whole lineup is a simulator. I bought the liftoff simulator on my computer over there, and I've been flying that simulator with this remote control here. You just plug in the USB cable to the top, hook it up in your computer. It has the simulator program on it, and you can fly drones on the simulator, the liftoff simulator, and learn how to fly without crashing your actual drones. But I think I've gotten to the point where I can go out and fly these and everything will be fine. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to charge with batteries tonight, get everything binded and hopefully working well. I'm going to go out and fly tomorrow and see how many times I crash and if I destroy it or lose a drone or something stupid. But I'm very hopeful that it's going to turn out well. But anyway, so the remote, the simulator is actually paramount for a new beginner like me. And here is the last piece of this puzzle, other than the batteries I bought, which I'm going to buy more. But the last piece of this puzzle, as far as a good way to jump into the hobby without having to upgrade anytime soon, let's put it that way, is this battery charger here. This is the Hobby D6 Duo Pro charger. And this thing is super capable and super smart. And it's $150, which is a lot for a charger, but the point is I'm not buying a $30 charger that I'm gonna have to upgrade to this sooner or later. This is basically for the money, this is the best on the market from everything I've researched. It's basically charge the batteries for me. It has a lot of features that keep it safe, and especially for a new person like me, it'll keep me from blowing up batteries and overcharging them and doing stupid things. So this is the last piece of the puzzle as far as this setup here. But either way, I hope I've gotten across the point of why I bought it like this. Obviously, there's cheaper ways to get in this hobby. The cheapest way to get in this hobby is buy an all-in-one fly kit, like an analog fly kit. It'll come with like box goggles and a drone and a remote control, and it'll be about $300. But in my mind, that's $300 down the drain, because I want to get to this kind of lineup as soon as possible. I don't want to, if I bought that drone, it would be, I don't think I would hesitate past like a couple weeks of flying it to upgrade to something like this. So I just skip that kind of stuff and go straight to the radio. I'm not going to have to upgrade. It's going to work with everything from now on I buy. The goggles, I shouldn't have to upgrade for a while. That's going to work with everything I'm going to buy. And then 2 top-of-the-line drones, which are, I might crash them, but in the case that I crash because I suck or I'm new or whatever, I'm out that drone. I still have these things that can work with anything else I buy. So these days, these drones are like $450, $500. So if I crash, want to wreck it or whatever, the first day, I'm out that $500. But I've still got these other things, which are just investments that we'll be able to use with the next drone after this. But like I said, this is what I'm starting with here. And I already can tell I like this just from flying the simulator. I can already tell I'm going to love this hobby. I've flown, like I said, I've flown the DJI Mini 3 Pro, which is nowhere near this. The only drone I've ever owned in my life besides these is a little micro mini drone with a little remote control. It wasn't an FPV, it was just a little drone that flew around. And it was about like $60. It was years ago. And I flew it around and it was okay, but it was hard to control. It didn't last long, battery, and it was just, it wasn't good in a lot of ways. But the idea of this FPV stuff here is just, it's awesome. I've wanted to get into it for a while, but I've never pulled the trigger on it. I've never really started researching it until just recently. But now I have, this is where I'm at. And what I was saying earlier was there's a few more purchases I'm probably going to make. And it's going to be, most likely, I'm going to buy a couple more GEP RC drones. There's two more categories I kind of want to buy. So this is the Synolog 35 Pro, which is a strong 3.5 inch Cinewhoop drone. I want to buy kind of the smaller brother of that, which is the Synolog 25. So it's just a lighter drone that goes under the 250 gram mark, and it's just a neat little deal. So that would fill out another, there's a couple more categories. That's one of them, is small Cinewhoop. And the other category is the long range kind of drone, which is, it's almost a freestyle drone, but it's more geared towards long range, which is a 4-inch Crocodile Baby is what I'm looking at for that category. But that would basically fill up everything I would possibly need to buy for this drone hobby. Just check it out. But I'll wait. I'm holding off on those other two drones. I'm going to definitely go out and jam on these and see how they go as far as crashing and repairing and getting my skills home. But the point is, this is how I jumped into this hobby, why I did it the way I did it, and how I think it's the most efficient way without wasting money on something that's going to have to be upgraded. And this is kind of the way I go about any hobby or anything I'm buying, is that I want to get the best stuff that's going to last me the longest, where I'm not wasting money on intermediate steps to get to where I want to be. I buy the things of where I want to be and go from there, rather than buying something I have to sell on eBay or Craigslist 2 weeks later because I want to upgrade it. But anyway, if you guys watch this video all this way, I appreciate you watching. If you haven't yet, please like, comment, subscribe. I'm probably going to do a few more drone videos in the future, especially once I start flying these and wrecking them and doing whatever. But obviously I'll have my normal content, but this is going to be something I add in there because it's just this channel is all about things I do for my hobbies, and this is about to be part of that in a big way. So if you guys watch this far, I appreciate you. And if you want to see more stuff like this or random other stuff I do, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Not sure what that video is going to be. Peace.